Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Foden. Chance! Goal! Portugal!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Vinicius Junior. David Villa. And this is Neymar. Cristiano. Big chance! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Portugal! And they've got their lead back. Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it's Park Ji-sung. Oh, played right into his path. He's found a way through. Shot a goal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Villa has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Park Ji-sung. David Villa tries to pass it through. Takes a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Egypt with the corner, they're first. Danger averted for now. And here's Mohamed Salah. Hangs in a header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Corner number 2 then. It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. Oh, what's he done? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Alexander-Arnold has created one goal already. It's a searching pass. Oh, important interception. Shot could be on, and he's found a way past. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Foden. Alexander-Arnold. And he's in on goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Quality ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Vinicius Junior! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
And there's the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Portugal are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. That gets things going for the second half. Schneider, and it's played in here. Araujo with the clearance. And they can counter here. He won't be happy with that one. Olise. Now it's Foden. Looking for the run. Picked out brilliantly. Nesta is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Oh, well played, well sorted out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, and Messi! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Van Basten, and one more try! Oh, taken with style. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So all square and not for the... Oh, what has happened here? That's going to go a long way. Olise. Koke. Koke with the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Messi. No way through. Olise cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Costa Curta getting this one clear. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He is through. Bullish header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Schneider. And this is Batistuta. Five minutes left on the clock.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Throw in. And this is Koke. He's in a great position here. Great ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. The whistle has gone and it is all over. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on it. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And here's Foden, looking for options for movement. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to play it through. He's having a shot! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Schneider, looking to play him in. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. No goals as yet. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Great vision. Big chance! Goal! Morocco! Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Morocco have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Can he get on the end of this? Now, can they get him away? Getting on for a third of the way through the game.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Foden might well be in for a mouthful from his boss if his teammates don't get there first.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Alexander-Arnold, ready to try one.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
He's gone for the shot! Alexander-Arnold standing over it. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Picked out brilliantly. Threads one in, and he cuts out the supply. Olise. That's going to go a long way. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Scholes goes on a run down the left wing. He's picked his way through. There's the header! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. Portugal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. to increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be.
And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Just cruising, they are cruising. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete. Dembele! They've done it! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Portugal playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pepe with the clearance. And here's Vinicius Junior. He could be in. Olise! Oh, it's hit the post. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Portugal have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Casemiro picks it up from the goal kick. That's a sharp pass. Olise.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter.
Shapes to shoot! They've scored! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Foden for Olise. Look at the space here. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Portugal presented with a golden opportunity here. Dealing with the pressure. And that's one back. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Substitution for Portugal, number 20, Dembele.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. This is threatening to become a really good game. Goes for a shot! It's in! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as...
And Hullet! Oh, what has happened here? Morocco have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Alexander-Arnold clears it away. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Marmouche. Oh, it's just a little long. And he's gone looking for safety. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And the shot's on here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Olise. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. No foul, says the referee. And he's intervened well there. Tries to pass it through. And he's cut it out. Koke. Olise. Casemiro. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Puyol, calm. And that will be it. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome, in the end, virtually unavoidable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. So there's Massimo Otto, bit of an unsung hero perhaps, but certainly an integral part of an Italy side that conquered the world and a European champion for his club. Yeah. He's had a shot! Oh no, what has happened here? Casemiro. And he's running through. Van Balten producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Has a look and place it forward. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Otto has it out wide and in space. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Vinicius Junior. And it's Koke.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get free. Look at the space here. There's a no-nonsense tackle. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Foden unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shapes to shoot! Goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Palmeiras have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that's a key interception.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Deco. Deco will not want to lose out. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Portugal finding their passes. He has found the way through. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Xavi Alonso.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that's going to be a booking. Casemiro tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for options for movement. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the game has already resumed here.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Looking to play him in. No foul, says the referee. Dembele. And it's Casemiro. Otto makes the interception. Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And he's lost his man here. And the finish! It's fallen kindly here. He has done it! Portugal are level. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Foden. Now, can they get him away? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Dembele. Great shot at goal! Goal! Portugal! And that was his 20th goal for this team. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitution for Palmeiras. Number 21. Number 15.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Coming on the field. Number 23.
Neymar with the short one.
Number 14.
Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Koke did well to stay calm there.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Casemiro. Van Balten gets across to intercept that. Neymar. Out towards the flank. The less said about that pass, the better.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he's intervened well there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gerrard. Rijkaard. Deftly away. And time is up. Portugal have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Well, now here's Adriano, quite an enigma.
That probably best describes him. A fabulous natural talent that can be erratic.
And he was quick to react. Oh, easy pickings there. Olise. Maldini. Best. Adriano. This looks promising. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. It's Adriano! Now who's going to be first to this? Olise. Adams. Vinicius Junior. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Played back in for Olise. Now that looks a decent ball. He's come in hard. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Foden, Olise, and that could well leave a mark. Oh, he's caught him in or out. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This for the lead. And he's buried it, 1-0. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Portugal are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Araujo. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Shot! It's bounced back off the post. And he's there to belt it away. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
And he cuts out the supply. Looking to play him in. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Portugal happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Rodri. Coming on
So off we go once more.
Number 9.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Alexander-Arnold to take it as usual. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, they've got it again. And they win it back again. Good ball over the top. He's free, he has got space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's through, now is he in? Portugal needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Adriano! They've scored! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is a...
And the shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. It's Adriano! That's really well cleared. Turns and goes back.
Best really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That pass has been well intercepted. Dembele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Threads one in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's in on goal. Shapes to shoot. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
All hands on deck for this one. Xabi Alonso goes short. There's the shot! And that is wildly off target. Lee Kang-in can see things others simply cannot. Olise aimed beyond the defence.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Xabi Alonso, well timed, excellent interception. Araujo. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Torres gets into a good position. He's in space and looking for options. It's a mighty... Oh, crossbar! Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Araujo. Olise. Olise puts his foot on the gas. Vinicius Junior. And the finish! Goal! Portugal! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's hoisted clear. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Olise. He is through here. Threads one in. Chance, surely! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Dembele deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Koke. He's in plenty of space here. And he's there to belt it away. Nicely shaped ball. That is a great pick out. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Schlotterbeck defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. And it's Koke. Looking for options for movement. Dembele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Quality ball. Foden. Dembele. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's being urged to shoot. Chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Alexander-Arnold standing over it. And the keeper beats it away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
This looks promising. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Portugal go in at half-time with a slender 1-goal lead. So we're just settling back into this second half. Portugal carrying a 1-goal lead. Bruno Fernandes. Koke. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Searching pass he's played there. Defending of the desperate variety. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. That is great defending, so alert.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Zanetti. Now there's a fine ball. Summerslide!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Fernando Torres takes a shot! It's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Mendes is in a really good position out wide. Dembele looks to get on the end of this. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Looking for a runner.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Dembele. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And it's Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Wirtz. Vitinha. Borussia Dortmund disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Foden. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And here's Vinicius Junior. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And a chance! And the ball's come loose here. Now there's a fine ball. Portugal have got it back and they'll have another go. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Alexander-Arnold knocks it into space. And he was alert to it. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Koke. Thinks about the shot. Foden! In he goes again. Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Wirtz. Wirtz. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Just 5 minutes left until the break.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that is as far as they're going to go. No way through. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Portugal leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 9, Vitinha.
Here we go again.
Portugal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, important interception. Casemiro. Alexander-Arnold. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That ball looks a good one. Foden! Nakata. Borussia Dortmund trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively. And
oh, he's been caught on it here. Shapes to shoot! it's fallen loose again! Oh, he hit that sweetly. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Araujo clears. It's anyone's ball now. Corner number 2 then. Nakata with the short one. And the shot! So, third corner of the game. Shot a goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Koke. Oh, this is a great position. And he's got the beating of his man. Nicely weighted ball. Pele. He's shifting through the gears here. Pedri. Well, that's cause for mild irritation.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Nakata. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He is starved of space and time. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Batistuta. Pele, and the shot! And it's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Borussia Dortmund really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up.
Great chance! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Number 5, Batistuta.
And it's been taken short. And here's Elise. He is just caressing the ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now, can he finish? Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Portugal take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Now it's Haaland. Palmer. Real chance! He's scored! And this is getting better and better. Any deeper... And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Palmer claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah.
And there's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Olise getting this one clear. He's had a shot! And it's a goal! And the game springs instantly to life.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before...
Foden! Superb from Foden! A finish of true class! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
That has certainly made things interesting. Well,
There's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is third.
He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's given the time to pick a pass. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. No, that's been intercepted. And Bernardo Silva! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Aimed beyond the defence. Finds himself. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. To turn a deficit into a lead. The comeback is complete. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Salah. And here's Pato. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Taken back almost at once. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Deep cross. And he's managed to get rid. And it's Del Piero. He's tried one! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Pass somewhat off target. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's an excellent interception.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. Oh, that was close. And it's half-time here. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Dembele! Dembele! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. And there's the goal they've been looking for. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Ah, you've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact, and sheer class.
Portugal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, what a... Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to...
Shoots! No mistake! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And now he has 2. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Well, here's one of the standout names of his day, Jim, Dragan Stojkovic.
Yeah, Peter, there was a time when the Balkans produced an incredible number of truly remarkable footballers, and out of them all, he was probably the best, at least technically, I'd say.
And the crowd love him. They're chanting his name. He is their hero. There's little doubt about that.
Well, they can hope for some more heroics here, I guess.
Robertson. That's Beckham. Park Ji-sung could try cutting in. Climbs up big! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Olise. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's... Del Piero! Oh, it rattles the bar. Alexander-Arnold. Now, what about a counter-attack? Quarter of an hour played. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... Goes for a shot! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And Portugal score first.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Good take, and is he in? Has a look and plays it forward. Park Ji-sung. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Koke. Olise. Koke. Tries to pass it through, and he was quick to react. Stojkovic. Messi. Park Ji-sung is one whose deliveries we all know about. Might be danger here. And Batistuta! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Portugal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Van Bouten calmly anticipates. Now it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through. And he's had a hit! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
There will be 1 minute added time.
The final seconds now. Now it's Batistuta. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Portugal happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. There's the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some...
Foden! It's a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A moment that needed composure and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's a shade optimist. João Cancelo. Olise.
Portugal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
It's Park Ji-sung. Olise.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth set. Shot, surely! And he's in on goal. He's having a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That is a jarring tackle. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Park Ji-sung. And it's Robertson. Del Piero. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Dembele. Van Bouten goes sliding in. Can he get on the end of this? That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Olise. Batistuta, and he shoots! He scores! And they are right back within touch!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So is this the start of a comeback? Dembele picks it up out wide. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Foden, and he's well positioned here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Park Ji-sung.
Added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Dembele. Araujo. Stojkovic promptly onto that, and that is that. Del Piero. Del Piero puts his foot on the gas. Brilliantly cut out. Casemiro. That's that, the end. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Foden taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Portugal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
Claude Makelele is, in my opinion, a player that revolutionised the role of the defensive midfielder. He highlighted the importance of the ugly side of the game.
The original and still perhaps the best.
I'd say so. Many have tried to emulate him, but nobody's managed it.
He rises! Goal! Celtic! And Celtic are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Foden. Dembele. Maldini gets a foot in here. Zola. He's got away. Zola! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Zola can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Good ball, good take.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's picked his way through. That's a lovely, neat pass. Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Foden. Maldini.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And he shoots! Oh, taken with style! Foden. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Zola. Nice control. Romero defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Aimed beyond the defence. Beckenbauer. Zola. Can he get it through? Oh, that's clever. He's found some space. And the shot! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And we hit half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
And the action is back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Celtic needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
That is good. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Celtic's free kick now. Sola! And the ball's come loose here.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Celtic are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Makaleli. Casemiro. Olise really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Foden. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. Climbs up! Off the post! And he's there to get it away. Nicked it back promptly. Great vision. Oh, that's a key interception. Casemiro. Portugal finding their passes.
Portugal seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Dembele!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Makaleli. Guardiola. Played back in. And no mistake! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Is the light very short-lived? The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. Maldini. Zola.
1 minute added time.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
Just one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct.
Stood up well to him there. Foden.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Fernando Torres takes a shot! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Portugal with this to equalise. A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Alexander-Arnold. Foden. Well, that has not gone well. Olise takes control of it and he's on the move. Pirlo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Fernando Torres.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's come in hard. Koke. Knocks it into space. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Little doubt, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Dembele. Casemiro. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, the ball's gone astray. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, cracking ball. Now, can they get him away? Danger averted for now. Casemiro. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Portugal presented with a golden opportunity here. So having trailed, this to go ahead. Brilliant save from Alisson! He has spurned it.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Diving header! Fernando Torres. Aimed beyond the defence. Mateus. He's got away. Skims one. Can he finish? Goal! Santos! And again they hit the front. The angle was unkind, but And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And we are back on the way.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Dembele. Olise. Olise proves just a little bit too strong. And here's Foden. Pirlo. Out to the left it goes. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Olise. Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Foden, played into space. Dembele. Alexander-Arnold receives it. Oh, what a climb! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution for Portugal, number 47.
This is their second corner of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 20.
Oh, smashing header! They've done it! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Portugal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. Casemiro. Howson spots it and intercepts. Koke. Tries to pass it through. And a chance! Goal! Portugal! And the comeback is complete. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at them.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. Casemiro has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out again for a throw-in. Schlotterbeck, too strong for his opponent there. He won't be happy with that one. Dembele.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tries to play it through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Harrison herring after the ball here. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And the shot's on here. Mateus! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Mateus has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
So that's it, it is all over. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Vitinha has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Palmer!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's taking no chances there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vinicius Junior and Alexander-Arnold looking to play him in. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Palmer. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Can he get on the end of this? No, that's been intercepted. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Palmer. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Albert Ferrer. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Koke. Oh, they can break here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Half an hour played now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dembele, and the finish! Goal, Portugal! Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Looking for a runner. Saliba attempts a clearance. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, easy pickings there. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Alexander-Arnold is behind this one.
Well, to be honest, he thrives on this type of opportunity. Training ground rehearsed.
Going for goal! Oh, off the bar! He scores! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Vinicius Junior at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Portugal clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Portugal go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Mbappe receives, he's having a go! It's bounced back off the post! Really well taken goal! And the second half is off to a flyer! Vitinha duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to...
Goes for a shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
It's Adriano! He's done very well to get to that.
Adriano really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Bellingham. It's a good... There's the header! He has done it! Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Looking to go deep. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for options for movement. Spread neatly. Alexander-Arnold. Olise. Oh, some tackle that. And there's green grass ahead of him. Mbappe gets into a good position.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Olise. And it's Dembele. Half an hour gone in the second half. Picks out, shoots! He's got a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to pass it through, and he's surging through. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Chance! And that's caused a worry or two. Mendes promptly onto that, and that is that. Bellingham. Now this could be a chance. And he shoots! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution for Portugal, number 13, Koke.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Madrid give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Number
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
5 minutes to add. Oh, that's superb. Shot could be on. And that will be it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
And now, please.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too, such a fierce competitor. Put a foot wrong and he'll be...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Dembele. Plays a sharp little ball here, and that's a dangerous ball. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Portugal have themselves a chance from the spot to open the scoring. That is quite remarkable.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Araujo. Rodri. Distributed tidily. Park Ji-sung. And it's Zanetti. That's a throw. Zanetti. Saliba. Neither side yet able to force... Oh no, what has happened here? Now it's Foden. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold drives it, climbs up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Dembele. And here's Foden. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. Can he get it through? That is a great pick out. He's found a way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Saliba is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Goal, Portugal! And that for him is goal number 10. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's worked it through. A lot of space ahead of him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Park Ji-sung with a definite foul there. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Played out wide. Alexander, big header! And he hits the net! And they're at it again in double quick time. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Portugal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Portugal go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Oh, it's Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rodri. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Raul. Raul. This is promising. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Raul. Back when it goes. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, it's Dembele. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Good read, needed to be.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Vieira. Koke is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Out towards the flank. Vieira. Alexander-Arnold. Foden. Vinicius Junior.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Now it's Dembele. Zanetti wins the duel this time. Vieira. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Foden. And it's Koke. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, shooting chance! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that's that. Portugal, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. There's the delivery. That's going to go a long way. And it's O'Shea. Lofted in. He gets big. No, not the best of headers.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now there is the unmistakable figure of John O'Shea, one of the first names on the team sheet, always, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be a little biased here because he's from my hometown, but he's about as versatile.
Osimhen! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Osimhen deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Not the most accurate pass. Rodri, nicely spread. Back into the middle, looking for the run. Alexander-Arnold. Tries bullish header! It's hit the upright. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Inshallah.
They were certainly tested. Foden receives it in a good... And the shot! Goal! Portugal! There is the breakthrough!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's Dembele. Hoisted in. A corner it is then.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's good play.
Has been indicated.
O'Shea is someone so often referred to as the defenders. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Portugal leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Tries to play it through. Koke. Well, that is one way to stop him. Foden has found the net here, of course. And he's picked it up out wide. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. O'Shea. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rodri. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He is through here! Schlotterbeck does really well to win the ball there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That'll be a corner.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Koke is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Has a look and plays it forward.
There they go, hunting again.
Olise. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And this is Dembele. That's very neat.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. That could spell trouble. Dembele is on his own. Another chance from a corner. Portugal have their second corner now. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that's it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bit So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a
Inshallah.
showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation. Game on. So it's away we go then.
For me, Peter, David Beckham is one of the greatest wide players of his generation.
And a bit of a throwback in a way, in the sense that he's a right-footed right winger.
Yeah, it's the perfect position for him. His game has never been about cutting inside. It was kind of the hit the byline and get crosses in.
He's often mentioned, though, hasn't he, that he'd rather play in the middle.
Yeah, and that's something I find hard to understand personally, in view of his brilliant skill set.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Great ball, and he's in here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Passing is crisp and sharp. Picked out brilliantly.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now the ball in. That's a decent clearance.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Beckham. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the ball is out of play. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Yamal. Looking for options for movement. Cross goes in there. He gets big. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Portugal have it back and can go again. Now it's Olise. Vinicius Junior. Oh, this looks sharp. Okay. It's not an especially good pass, that. Beckham is one whose deliveries we all know about. Olise. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Dembele. Can he get it through? Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Foden is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Crosses, he rises! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Borussia Dortmund are in front now, the game's only goal. Chance! Sticks it away! And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, he's burst through! Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Vinicius Junior clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Terrific header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, good spread. And here's Beckham. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's there to clear it.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Just eases him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Beckham. Oh, that's fabulous. Header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Olise. Tries to play it through. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! Portugal are level. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the...
He's got tall! Heads it again, but still no joy.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Koke, nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Now it's Koke. Olise. Not the most convincing of passes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He is through here! And the cross comes in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
That's an excellent interception. Can he finish? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Now it's Beckham. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. Costa Curta. Beckham. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 13.
All hands on deck for this one.
Number 8. Vinicius Junior. Number 47. Phil Foden. Coming on the field. Number 4. Reinders. Number 7. Eucharist.
Saliba getting this one clear.
Palmer.
Olise clears it away. And that's it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And that's a dangerous ball. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. And this is Pele. Manchester United finding their passes. Alexander-Arnold crossed into the middle. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Howson is always looking to break lines. Gattuso. And here's Van Basten. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Foden charging forward, the ball at his feet. Foden. He's in a great position here.
Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's picked his way through, tries a shot! And it's come back out to him. No, he didn't quite meet it right. And now the breakaway. Alexander-Arnold. Portugal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He won't be happy with that one. Alexander-Arnold. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And this is Neymar.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Dembele. And here's Foden. Foden!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Koke. It's Koke! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! A finish right from the top draw. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoided. Climbs up big! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Dembele.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's had it nicked away. Foden puts his foot on the gas. Great vision. Costa Curta.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Bullish header! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intent.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Number 8.
And that's going to be a booking.
15. Coming on the field, number 15, Rooney. Number 22, Fernando Torres. Number 6, San Maximin. Number 5.
And here's San Maximin.
Number 14, Rijkaard. Substitution in progress.
And it's Rijkaard.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Portugal needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Portugal have reclaimed it.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Oh, this looks sharp. Alexander-Arnold, he has found the way through. Up he goes! Harmlessly behind. And the referee brings it to a close. Portugal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Your reflections then, Jim?
Portugal really will be deflated by the result, not just because...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. He's gone for the shot. That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack.
Oh, what a climb! Goal! Portugal! An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's got away. Skims one in. Foden! Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? And he's taking no chances there. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, played right into his path. Messi.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Vinicius Junior really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And
oh, that is asking for trouble. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Okazaki is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Madrid are looking to break at pace. He's found a way through. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Zanetti makes the interception. And he's going to have his name taken. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Quick look, then plays it in. Messi.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Elise. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And here's Dembele. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. That's a cute ball. Now it's Raul. Big chance! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example.
And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And that's the second half started.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And it's Messi. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. He's shifted it to the flank. And this is Okazaki. And that is expertly dealt with. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Out towards the flank. That's good play. And he's managed to get free. Look at the space here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Okazaki. Coming on the field is number 22, De Bruyne.
To turn a deficit into a lead. The comeback is complete. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Madrid go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Dembele. Just about up to 75 minutes. This might spell danger. Vinicius Junior! And that could have brought them level.
Vinicius Junior really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Back into the middle. Looking to play him in.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's had a shot! They've scored! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played back in. Picked real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal can look back at this result with regret. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Portugal.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Italy have opted for a 3-5-2 here, Jim.
It's a setup that's been enjoying quite a renaissance in recent times, and one that complements the counter-attack.
Here's a chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And this is Messi. Now there's... And Batistuta! And he's really put himself on the line here. Italy with the corner. They're first. Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And here's Batistuta. Saliba makes the interception. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. It's run loose here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. So, another set play.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rodri gets over and intercepts. Alexander-Arnold. Portugal finding their passes. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Dembele really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Italy have their third corner. He rises! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Now it's Batistuta. Olise. Vinicius Junior. Pass somewhat off target. The referee's awarded a free kick. Batistuta. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. A probing pass. That is lovely. Dealt with nicely by the defence. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Vinicius Junior. Pau Kubasi gets it clear. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Dembele. Oh, cracking ball. Olise tries to get it clear. And there is the half-time whistle. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Great vision. And this is Dembele. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's free. It's fallen kindly here. He's got a goal. And the second half is off to a flyer. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the...
Shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Really well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Italy grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Can he latch on to this? Koke defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Italy appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Vermaelen is there and he can get that clear. And he's taking no chances there. That's really well cleared. Well, they've got it again. Schlotterbeck into the last quarter of an hour. It's a good spell of possession, this. Olise. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Tries a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's found support out wide. Look at the space here. Oh, nice touch. He's got away. Oh, sweet feet. And here's Olise. Nicely aimed pass.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Dembele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'm a real fan of this guy, Ruben Dias. Portugal do have the reputation, not just of producing great wingers, but great centre-halves too. And I see him as the latest in line. OK, he can be quite conservative and he won't wow you with inch-perfect long-range passes, but he's incredibly solid.
Shapes to shoot! McAllister gets it away. Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Germany have reclaimed it. Marmouche. Alexander-Arnold. Koke. Witz. Neither side yet able to find the net. Good ball, good take. And this is Marmouche. That's a sharp pass. Dembele. Koke. Dembele. Shot shoots. Goal! Portugal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or...
Goes for a shot! It's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Portugal are doing very... Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Portugal find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking...
Chance! Oh, extraordinary.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Foden has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Closing in on goal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Foden. Schlotterbeck did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Marmouche. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's McAllister. Foden. And we hit half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Portugal are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. Here we go again then. Olise. That's very neat.
Number 27, Bayern. Number 10, Bruno.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Decent chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Portugal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. And that's one back! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So is this the start of a comeback? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rodri kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Koke. Vinicius Junior. Bojan. Tonali in acres of space out wide. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Has a look and plays it forward.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be...
And he shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Aubameyang actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Germany with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, smashing header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Aubameyang really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Up he goes! And yet another chance goes to waste.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
So, third corner of the game. Saliba attempts a clearance. Rodri. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Picked out brilliantly. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Courtois. Oh, what has happened here? Hit into the middle. Big header! Oh, should have put that away.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Bojan! He scores! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Substitution for Germany, number 7, Tonali.
Ah, good steal, he just read it.
McAllister. Coming on the field, number 13, Vieira. Number 8.
Very much into the last knockings.
Substitutions taking place.
okay.
Portugal really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
This might spell danger. Can he finish? Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe! And a chance! He's scored! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And that is as far as it goes. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.
And just a quick reminder today to please.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.